welcome back to the third episode of The Gods of A. Guys, what happened last time?
Stuff.
Cool, moving on. All right, so you all wake up in a pizza coma.
Oh.
Correct.
Perfect.
We did not catch Skin to Tom, notably. Skin Tom done run off. We had a lovely, if somewhat anxiety-induced conversation with the sheriff.
Very friendly conversation. I don't know where your anxiety came from.
Well, no, I didn't have anxiety. She had anxiety, right? Stan's been here fucking before. We went and gathered supplies from the old farmstead.
Sybil found a newspaper article on Skint Tom in the archives.
It did do.
And that was full of all sorts of useful information, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of spelling errors.
A lot of spelling errors.
Something about a bootleg
I
cavern.
put Mr. Summers continues to be a problem.
Yeah, who saw the blood trail?
I did.
You saw the blood trail.
Yes. It was headed west towards Bootlegger Cavern, where Skint Tom's vigilante justice was taken on the killer Skint Tom, now called Lost Tom's Cave.
We all got pizza?
We all got pizza.
Yeah.
We all got pizza.
Mostly you guys process the aftermath of a skinless body attacking you in a morgue.
We had a great time doing it.
Yeah. Everybody take 3 XP.
That's fine.
Last session, a rumor started in town about a film being shot in the front yard of the Barium Mortuary and Funeral Home, and it was started by Hyacinth of the local women's chapter for crochet and knitting. And I'm going to give you guys 2 options. We'll go around the circle. Either you can help me world build a different rumor that has started spreading around town based on the events of yesterday, or you can take the rumor that already exists and explode it into a full-blown conspiracy rather than a rumor. So who would like to go first? Either you get to invent a new rumor or escalate the existing rumor to a full-blown conspiracy.
All right, I got one. I can draw from real life here. I don't know if this counts as, I can build on this if it doesn't get us quite to conspiracy level, but the new movie, Hugh Jackman.
Okay. Let me.
That doesn't get us to conspiracy. I can tweak it a little.
I'm thinking. Where do I want to push this? Can be Hugh Jackman. What is the conspiracy other than he's here?
Well, this is where I was. If it needs more tweaking, all right. So he's not here yet, right? So what they're doing is they're filming all of the townspeople. It actually came in with the town taxes last year. You unknowingly, if you live in Monument Peak, you signed up to sell your movie rights to your own life. Hugh Jackman will be starring in this film, but everyone in town is an extra, and they might be on film at any given moment.
The blood trail came from.
What'd you say, Jenny?
That's where the blood trail that Sybil found came from.
Very, it's halfway between Bowfinger and The Truman Show. Jenny, Cassie?
I mean, one of the things I wrote down about it was, what I wrote down was avant-garde promo for Man in the Charcoal Gray Suit. I feel like somebody confirms that must be the case.
It's here the gear is turning in Jenny's head.
Man, that hamster is running so fast on the wheel and not getting anywhere. I want to do more with the blood trail, because if Sybil saw it, someone else saw it. I don't think Sybil cleaned it up. So there is still the blood trail going through town. Question is, why, and what do people think about it?
Or is this just leaking motor oil? Everybody's looking for their broken car.
Jenny, can I throw something out there? Either build on yours or I'll just make this my own. The blood trail is real, and the movie is a conspiracy to hide the truth. Which is actually very close to what is actually the truth, but it's not the truth. This is aliens, because you see, there's 3 races of aliens, 2 of them are here to destroy us, and 1 here to protect us.
Yes.
But actually, this is a smokescreen because there's a government agency hidden in Monument Peak, and they're using this as a cover to disguise their experiments.
We're not from the government.
Yes.
You hear that? They're from the government.
It's a good thing that there's no government agencies that just came into town, with one of them definitely looking like a Fed.
We're not part of the government.
They're not feds. I've been telling everybody you're not feds, all right? I don't know why everybody thinks you're feds. I keep telling them, these guys, Not fed.
I just dressed nicely.
The previous night, we left off at Tony's Little Italy Pizza, which is across the street from the much more high-end Solaire wood-fired pizzeria. You guys sat down, you broke bread, you ordered the Supreme, the special with like 15 wings and a 6-pack of beer, and just the biggest, cheesiest beer. The biggest... Yes.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we ordered all the cheese and all the beer, and it was a good time.
You've heard of a cream ale. This one's Parmesan.
Lord, just down to seeing trouble. But the last time we called, the line went dead. Deep in those canyons, deep as shadows, Vesta where the angels fear the land. We sent our posse out, deputized, professionals, well practiced and researched. But wander in those hills too long, you don't come back the same. You've grown a stranger, stranger still than when you left. The Lord, seems folks are disappearing, replaced by those who wear them like a mask. The canyon mouths have grown, getting deeper. The shining eyes look out there from their depths. We sent our posse out, deputized, professionals, well practiced and researched. They wandered in those hills too long. They came back home, but came back wrong. We had to tell the papers they got lost. Oh Lord, seems to me I'm being followed. I can feel it getting closer, man in gray. I know it's been a while since I called you. Just tell me, is it you or God's they?
Where did you three go after dinner? I know Stan had talked about hosting an episode of the show that night about the events of the day.
So Stan actually has 2 plans, but I'll get to those last because they're likely fairly lengthy.
Okay.
I feel like Sybil would not be about going on the radio show and would want to just go back to the hotel room.
Okay.
Stan will try and rope you in to the best of his ability.
Oh no.
Well, help Stan. Try.
Come on. I mean, two-part interview. Everybody loves a 2-part interview. And you guys got such distinctive voices, like it's not going to get confused on radio. I mean, y'all were built to do this.
Sybil.
Uh-huh.
You're vulnerable to intellect attacks, aren't you?
I have a hindrance on intellect defense. Yes.
Sybil,
Uh-huh.
take an XP.
Oh god.
Give an XP to somebody else.
Dang. I'm gonna give it to Stan.
Okay, it's unfortunate because either way you have to give it to one of the 2 people who do successfully convince you, bully you, peer pressure. Hey, listen, peer pressure is cool.
Not to be bullied.
Peer pressure is cool.
I can't.
We'll say I fully expected to have to roll that intellect attack. I did get a nat 20. I don't know if that changes anything, but I want that to be known.
I have to roll now to see.
You do have to roll. You do have to roll.
I mean, 3 beers in, Stan's charming as fuck.
Okay.
But with a hindrance, that's what, a 9?
Well, and Stan is getting an asset from Bernie.
Yeah, so
True.
bad. Sybil did bad in this.
So I'll say.
Also, I'm trained in persuasion and intimidation texts about topics that directly relate to the community.
Oh man, so that's 26 against 26 against your what? 9?
9.
So I will not say that you are I will not say you are forced to do this. I will say
myself there.
What?
I find myself there.
You could, or I will say Sybil cannot think of a good excuse or argument to get out of this.
I had plans, and my plans have been disrupted, and now I cannot brain.
Awesome. That's my specialty. We love people who can't brain on this show. Hell yeah.
Take recovery periods. This will help you get your go back.
Sure.
Also, are you still stressed? Do you still have levels of
I have
stress?
2 levels of stress, yeah.
Isn't that also a hindrance?
Probably, yeah.
I can't quite remember. I'd have to look.
Document.
So, are you going to... We've talked about Stan's mobile station. There is the K-Poop radio station. I know we established that Stan doesn't trust the digital. Stan doesn't really understand how it works, but Stan does have an assistant named Dorothy who can run the digital if you want to head up to the K-Poop radio station just kind of northwest of town. It's like a mile or 2.
I mean, we got to do this professional if we're going to do it at all.
Okay.
Each stress level hinders all actions by 1 step.
So that 9 becomes a 6, becomes a 3.
3. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sybil, you do just kind of find yourself there.
I am here. I do not wish this.
How do you guys get there? Does everyone just climb into Stan's truck?
I feel like Sybil, if she is getting roped into this, probably would take the rental so she can leave as quickly as possible.
What? Yeah, that makes sense. If you look at the map sitting in the chat, let's see. There are 2 ways to get to K-Poop radio station. You can either go west and then north, or northwest and then kind of loop around. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 miles if you go west, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish miles if you go northwest.
All right, you got to take the northwest route then. Yeah.
All right. Taking the rental and the truck. Bernie, who are you going with?
Wanted to ride with Stan, but doesn't think it's a good idea to trust Sybil to drive herself, because she might turn around. So Bernie's gonna ride with Sybil, just in case, for bonding.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you guys take off into the woods. It is night now. So you turn on the headlights. You're following Stan's, I'm guessing 1 tail light.
Oh, yeah. But you can hear him from like a mile. He's just fucking blasting country music the entire way.
Oof. Outside of the country music, it is night. You're driving into the woods, up into the mountains. Trees kind of arc over either side of the road, obscuring the stars above. Your headlights cast out, spilling across the old and worn highway as you barrel up into the mountains, following Stan. At one point, you do pass by some signs for the Barrow and Hope mines. Bernie, you saw these from the other side when you were going to the family farm. And also along your way, you come to a fork and you see up on a hill the dilapidated kind of ruins of some kind of mountain manor that is half collapsed and rotting. But you follow Stan up a coiling road up to the K-Poop radio station with its radio tower and some lights on. And Stan has already pulled up.
Down Utah, Alabama, about 1955. Way home, baby.
You guys go in. It's a pretty nice place. It's you can kind of tell that Stan is not really the person taking care of the radio station. Sorry, Stan, but
Organized.
it is. It's organized and clean, and in spite of everything, you see the setup of all the recording equipment, and there is just a button with a sticky note that says, Stan, push this to start, Dorothy. And then another that says, like, there's literally a printout of, like, a computer screen, like a screen cap, with some things highlighted in pen. Say, to stop, push this.
As Stan sits down, he's still very confused by it, and he's just kind of angrily muttering to himself.
Also, signed by Dorothy.
It's the start. It's the start, and then you hit the green. No, it's not the green. You hit the fucking sheet set. You got the fucking the yellow one, and then all right. I think we're ready. We ready? Take a seat.
Real quick, while he's doing that, I do just want to point out that you guys are watching out the windows up here, kind of above. And from here, you can, like, if you get the right angle, you can actually see Monument Peak down below. And if you turn and look the other way, you haven't caught sight of it yet. You haven't gone to visit. You can see, as the moon starts to rise, reflected off the surface of Reliquary Lake. From here, you can look down to the west and see the crater and the still mirror-like reflection of the moon of the lake. So you've got this town on one side, the lake on the other, but you are also behind are just trees, thick forest, and that kind of rustling of nightly wind. And Stan is ready.
All right, folks, we ready? Headsets on. Good to go. Good to go. Waters, anything? Mini fridge is right there. And we're on. You press that big red button. Ladies and gentlemen, miles above the blood-soaked plateau that marks the Markagunt, where our English sins may be committed for all eternity, we bring you once again the tales of the weird, the Rains Report, 10157 K-Poop Radio, broadcasting live at all hours of the night. Well, folks, we got a good show for you here today. We done brought in a couple of folks we met, goddamn professionals in this atmosphere. We have Sybil and Beatrice. Beatrice, right?
Hey,
What's that?
Bernie.
Bernie, what the hell am I saying? You've been calling nicknames all night. They don't go by code names. Code names, folks, they're coming from oh, hang on one second. Oh, I actually muted my mic there. I got a little too into it. Can I use Eidolon Institute? Is that all right? And we cleared for using the actual, or we want to code that?
It's fine.
They're here from the Eidolon Institute. The Eidolon Institute of strange creatures and goings-on. Now, they've found a lot of things in this world, but they ain't never seen anything like Monument Peak before, and we've been hanging out all day chatting about those strange creatures which inhabit our native lands. We've got a couple of updates, folks. Now, go ahead and introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hello, my name is Sybil Rooker. What is my official title? Am I just
You're an archivist.
okay?
You might not be the archivist, but you're... No, actually, let's just say you're the head archivist.
The head archivist. All right.
Listen, pause briefly. The fact that it hit me yesterday that the dour kind of leader and the kind of pleasant but clueless assistant, you guys have recreated Jonathan Sims and Martin Blackwood. Like,
the sexuality switched though.
it is. Unpause. So you are head archivist for the Eidolon Institute. As of, well, you've only been there for a couple months.
Yeah.
Things are dire.
Things are bad. But I'm not gonna say that things are bad. Hello, I am Sybil Rooker. I am the head archivist of the Eidolon Institute. Here on assignment. That's it.
Hello, listeners. I am Bernie Sawyer. I am head intern. I'm the only intern, right?
Yeah.
That means I'm head. I'm head intern at the Eidolon Institute.
Now, folks, for those of you who are unaware, the Eidolon Institute is a well-renowned private system which fights for transparency and searching out all manner of metaphysical and spiritual phenomena across this great land and others. Now, they've been out here searching for spiritual happenstance with myself, and by Lord, by howdy, we done found it. Now, earlier today, now, if I could get one of y'all, Sybil, why don't you describe to us the events that happened today here?
Well, we attempted and successfully found Mr. Stanford Rain trying to follow up on some information, whereupon we ended up at the mortuary, and some things happened. And now we have more leads to follow on our investigation.
That's right, a little teaser for y'all, and we'll be following those leads closely. You'll be receiving many, many Rains reports over the course of the next time to come, trying to understand. Now, if we can back up for a second, your preliminary area of expertise, that's in, what exactly in the Eidolons? You both study dangerous phenomena?
Well, I usually studied your letters, Stan. This is my first field assignment.
Now, me, along with the generations past, have been in constant communication with the Eidolon Institute. We've been waiting on their call for a good long time, and thank God they finally found the time for us. Now, so when not to go too much now, a lot of this stuff is still fairly confidential. We don't want to reveal matters until we know they are absolutely true in the truest sense of the word true. But, just to speak briefly on it, you ever seen anything quite as dangerous as you've seen today?
No, have not.
That's Monument Peak for you. That's Monument Peak, and we got loads more where that came from. Now, folks, we're going to turn to some music and some ads here real quick. Remember, you can support that show. You go ahead and find our podcast on Spotify. You hit that like button. I think that exists.
Unclear.
There is
unclear.
Chapman, Stan.
Yeah.
You get a phone ringing in the studio.
Hold up, folks. Now that's the Aliens hotline. Now you give me 1 second. We're going to turn you over to some ads here. We'll be right back. You're going to hit the, look for the pause button for a second. Mute. All right, we're muted. All right, good. And I will pick up the phone.
Hey, yo, Mr. Rains, could you, I was listening to your show, and
congratulations.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch, whatever it was you just tried to communicate to me. You kind of cut out.
Sure. What can I do for you? Stan has not forgotten this guy's name. Chapman has.
Well, 'tis I, the Braden Dayton.
Braden, what can I do for you, Mr. Dayton?
Well, I just thought that since, you've got your show and I got, my show, and, technically I was speaking with because I know that voice. I have actually a date with one of those Eidolon honeys, and, I think we should do, a crossover, because I'm on the air, right?
You're on the well. When you say on the air, are you recording perhaps? Because do you do a live?
Well, I'm live streaming, but I thought I called in. I'm not hearing myself come through the radio. I'm just hearing who is this? Is this Johnny Cash or some other old person?
It's Willie Nelson, Braden. That's Willie Nelson. That's not Johnny Cash. That's a very different man. But yes, he's old.
All right. So anyways, I just thought that we could pool our resources. If you're getting info that I could get as well. What do you think?
I think that sounds great. I tell you what, why don't we meet up let's say a week from now, and we can talk about that?
Whoa, a week is such a long time, but how about tomorrow? Click.
Tomorrow it is. Which one of you guys is dating Braden fucking Dayton?
Sybil. It's Sybil.
No.
Sybil hasn't met this person.
I have no idea who this man is, but he has made
Sybil,
enemies
Sybil,
alive
Sybil.
by referring to us as honeys.
Oh, was
look,
that on speakerphone?
I thought it was on the headset for that show.
If Sybil heard
He
that,
probably talks loud enough you can hear it, yeah.
Braden Dayton has made an enemy.
All right, yeah, well, we should have a discussion about that, man. But real quick, I'm gonna cut back from music and commercials here in a second. But
Phone
just so we
rings
know,
again.
Oh god.
oh motherfucker,
You run it?
yeah, what's up? We're on the air.
Oh, we are on the air?
Oh god.
No, I'm just saying that so we'll get off quickly.
Well, I just wanted to clarify.
Cactus,
Mr.
all right. Yeah, what's up?
Mansour Rain. I was under the impression that we were on a super secret protective mission, and I found out that you're actually working with a bunch of actors. This is government deep state false flag operations, if I ever heard them.
Hang on, I'm gonna patch you through here real quick. All right, Kels, we're back on the air. It's Cactus Knots. It's gonna be a whole different ballgame from here on out. Here we go. And you're gonna hit the unmute button. Cactus Knots is here, folks. He just called in. He's a regular caller to the show, and he's bringing us some Hollywood deep state technology. Cactus, what you got for us?
Well, wait, I don't have the deep fakes. You've got the deep fakes.
I've got the deep fakes.
Yeah.
Where did you get some knowledge like that? I got the deep fakes there, Cactus.
Well, you've got the people from the place, the institution.
That's right. They're on the air with us right now. What you got to say to them?
They're the deep fakes.
They're the deep fakes. Ladies, you feel like deep fakes to you?
I'm sorry?
Well, Cactus here is accusing y'all of being deep fakes, and I'll be honest with you. That's a hefty accusation there, Cactus Knots.
Well, yeah, they were hired. They were hired to be the actors, but not to be the actors to look like the real thing, but then to tell us they were actors.
Hired as actors. Hired as actors. Now, that's an interesting proposition you got there. Now, so what
But
you're
they're
telling me
not
is
actors. But that's the thing. They're not actors.
No.
They're not actors. They was just hired as actors. They're deep faking the deep fake of the actors.
Yes.
Now, that's fascinating. That's bad. Now, y'all, so you think this is some sort of false memory sort of thing? They got them brainwashed into thinking they're doing a job when in reality they're just acting?
Oh, shit, I didn't think of that. They got them brain slugs.
Brain slugs is a big problem, folks. Brain slugs have been reaping through this community like wildfire. It's tuberculosis out there with brain slugs.
No,
You gotta watch out for that,
I
folks.
heard about this. I heard about this. They're called cerebro slugs.
That's right. Damn straight. They're called cerebro slugs. They don't install them overnight.
They go up the nose, and they wrap around the brainstem, and then they are you.
That's right. And that's why, folks, as we always say on here, you got to believe your eyes. All right? You got to believe your eyes and not what nobody tells you. Because them eyes, they don't lie. The mentality you got deep in your hindbrain, your pre-cerebral cortex, that down in there, that lizard brain, down in the brain stem there, that's what you got to be trusted. If you're walking around, you feel something in your gut. You feel something that tells you.
Well, no, but
do
that's,
not go.
but that's where the brain slug goes.
I think Sybil's gonna.
Now, see how it wraps around the brain stem. It doesn't cover that central nervous cord.
Cassie?
I think Sybil's gonna lean over to Bernie while this exchange is happening and be like, one, I thought we were being interviewed, and two, is this what you wanted from agreeing to this?
And Bernie leans back. There aren't brain slugs, right? I don't recall that in the terms of my employment contract. I don't think I agreed to that.
We are not brain slugs. No, we are not brain slugs.
Could you tell me if I was?
No,
Right? We would know, right?
Brain slugs. What?
But I would know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what does the Eidolon Institute have to say about brain slugs there?
Nothing. They don't exist.
So, I will take this moment to say, you hear, yeah, shit, the trailer's on fire again!
Oh, God.
And Cactus hangs up.
So, folks, you got to make sure you're paying attention to your gut and not your brain. That's what we learned from Cactus Knots. He done call in a couple of times with that sort of information. I think that's wise protocol no matter what your brain slug situation might be. You got to make sure that when you're walking around, you heading out, you see something you don't think you saw, you see something out of the corner of your eye, your gut tells you run. Folks, you run. Folks, you run and you arm yourselves. You go ahead and you get yourself safe and you get yourself prepared for that sort of thing. And that is the knowledge that comes only from the Rains Report. Now back to the interview.
Oh, good. We are still here. Great.
Yeah. After these few commercial messages. I'll put it on me here real quick. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's a cactus. You gotta let him roll with it. Plus, I think good kayfabe all around. Look, so we should talk at some point about what this show does. You're gonna hear me say some things that aren't exactly true. That's on purpose. We'll chat about it after we're off air, huh?
All right.
And we'll get back into it. No, say again?
Why would you lie to your listeners?
So it's not exactly lying, right? So here's the deal. I really believe that people can be trusted with this information, but not all at once, right? You gotta ease them into it a little bit. So when Cactus calls up talking about brain slugs, you gotta turn that around. He's already got that in his head. You gotta roll with it. You gotta turn it around. You gotta let him sort of work with what they've already got, you know? So if I can make brain slugs the reason why people don't follow blood trails, I say all the better, right? If I tell people, hey, there's a blood trail out here, we got to go follow the blood trail, everybody's going to pour into that cave, they're all going to die, it's going to be a huge problem, right? It's a family industry.
I'm learning so much.
Kayfabe. You remember we were talking about kayfabe, like the wrestling?
Sybil nods but has no idea.
And I can continue with the interview here, or we can glance past, depending on how much y'all want to do.
I will say there's one part for Stan. I'm dropping it in your chat.
Hang on. All right. Good. Yeah, so as he pulls it back in, and we got one last word from our sponsor here. Yeah, come on down to the Ace Hardware. We have grills and smokers, patio furniture, and ladders for you, or my name's not Jerry. And my name is Stanford Rains. Don't buy their lumber.
Phone rings.
Motherfucker. Jerry, I'm not dealing with this again.
You son of a... Stan, 3 questions you would ask the people of the Eidolon Institute. Just run through them real quick.
Sure. What's the most dangerous thing you've ever encountered? What is your standard day-to-day like at the Eidolon Institute? And are there any mysteries of the great alien overlords that you are able to reveal to us on air?
Okay. Sybil.
One, probably whatever we dealt with yesterday that I am purposefully being vague about. Day-to-day is usually a lot of filing and spreadsheets. I am very particular with my spreadsheets. Everything has a dedicated folder and reference document. And then alien overlords. I have no comment on the matter of alien overlords.
You heard it here first, folks. They can't comment on the existence of the alien overlords. No comment on alien overlords.
Bernie, is there anything you would like to add to Sybil's answers?
Well, I'm not allowed to touch spreadsheets, so my day-to-day doesn't involve those. Sybil doesn't like it when I touch them.
You are allowed to have your own spreadsheets.
But I want your spreadsheets. I need to see how to do them properly.
I'll make you a reference one.
And I think a couch tried to eat me when I was a kid, and that was pretty scary. But
so as you say that, Sam's gonna kind of put his hand on. Give us some here. But not dangerous, vampires or werewolves sort of thing. Things that cannot be named, shadows unseen by the human mind.
If I may, it's not a... I'm going to use a GM intrusion, even if I don't think this is quite the proper usage of it. Just to say, Bernie, take an XP and give an XP to somebody else.
Ooh, I'm going to give it to Sybil.
Okay. Bernie, your intrusive voice is listening to all the things Stan is saying, and all Bernie can think is, rubber duck. Do with that what you will. Okay,
so Stan, so there is this thing.
Yeah.
Not all of these things are bad. Sometimes they're just assholes. So there's this duck stand.
Real duck, vicious duck, evil duck, giant duck.
Rubber duck full of... I don't even know if it's malice at this point anymore. It's been there my whole life. I see it, and I go, and I try to grab it, and that's gone. It teleports Stan. I don't know how, but it's there. And then I go, and I reach for it, and it's somewhere else.
A subtle mental diversion to drive the man insane, akin to the old ones from the Lovecraft books.
I mean,
Yeah, what happened?
I think it's malicious. It brought me to the crematorium earlier, and it was on the report that led us to this town. But
Eldritchian children's toys. Now you gotta watch out for that, folks, because them spirits, them great old ones, they do love messing with the prenatal mind. They come at you with children's toys, tricycles, that sort of thing. There's a reason why Kubrick wrote those books. That man was a damned prophet in those movies.
Cassie, you had a question?
Well, the duck was with us at the mortuary. What happened to it? Where did it go?
Last time you saw it, Fetch had it.
Great question.
Okay.
You also don't remember the last time you saw Fetch.
Yeah.
The last boy who was seen with it in his hands disappeared without a trace. Speaking of which, if anybody has seen that Fetch shit fella around here somewhere, if you wouldn't mind sending him back to the mortuary, we have an APB out for the boy. So remember that, folks, even the most subtle things, even those things that you find innocuous as a rubber duck, may be the link to the spirit realm. You keep your eyes open, you keep your eyes peeled, folks. Remember, everything wants something, and sometimes it wants you. This has been the Rames Report, 10:57 a.m. K-poop. Click. All right, guys, that was great. Well done. Hell yeah. Love it, love it, love it.
I'm so glad that this was helpful for you.
No, real glad I could get you guys on. This was a lot of fun. Cool. Yeah, we'll get Barbara to clean that up. Put it out on the... What do you call those things?
Who's Barbara?
Isn't that my secretary?
Dorothy.
That was on all the sticky notes, Stan.
Yeah, all the sticky notes say Dorothy.
Dorothy, right, Dorothy. Yeah. Sorry, Barbara was the last one.
Dorothy has been there for years. You've only had one.
Dorothy, that was my grandmother's second niece, I think. Anyway. Dorothy, yeah, we'll get Dorothy to clean that up, put that on the podcast thing. What the hell they call that? Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, yeah, I guess give you all a ride back to... Oh, you got a car. You can get your own ride back to town, I suppose, but...
Yeah.
Actually, I'll come with you. I gotta spray paint some shit anyway, so...
What do you need to spray paint?
Kayfabe. It's all kayfabe. Kayfabe.
All right.
Okay.
Look, so here's the deal, right? You see a blood trail leading out of town, you're an average civilian, right? First thing you think is, oh, I'm gonna go follow that blood trail, right? You see some big spray-painted letters, says, do not follow the blood trail, right?
You follow
what do you think? I'm gonna follow that blood trail, right? So what I do is I head out far out of town, I just do some innocuous graffiti, just kind of, general kid shit. Everybody assumes it's a kid's prank, they turn back around, they head home.
You need help with the graffiti?
Hell yeah, can you graffiti?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the tags.
So Stan's plan is to just go spray paint a bunch of dicks around the Eldritch symbols.
Yeah, dicks, K loves L,
Stan, give me, and Bernie, if you'd like to as well, give me a speed roll just to see how well your dicks look. How good is Stan at dicks? Bernie, that...
Bad.
He has never seen one, and it shows.
That one, baby.
These are clearly drawn by children.
I was gonna ask, I was like, Cassie, what do these dicks look like?
Bad.
This child may never have actually seen a penis.
Yeah.
Is it a... Wait, no, it's a dick. No, that's a vagina. Wait. No, that's definitely like a vulva.
Just the letter P.
It probably doesn't help that Stan's routine with this sort of thing does involve a fair amount of moonshine.
Wow,
All
this
the
is
authenticity, huh?
so this is a child with cerebral palsy.
Oh no.
It's amazing they got the wheelchair all the way up here.
Late stage Parkinson's. All right. So nothing else happens this night.
Awesome.
Everybody retires. I don't know if Stan goes back to the farm.
I just ends up sleeping in the trunk. Got too drunk.
Cool. Bernie and Sybil back to the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. The next morning, you awaken bright and early. The hotel does offer a bit of a, what would you call it, a continental breakfast. Eggs. There's some bacon. Smells very good. Very unhealthy. Well, not very unhealthy, but I'm judging from every other time Sybil has eaten anything, it's going to be unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan for the day? I know there's the cave. We want to investigate the journalist.
Uh-huh.
There is still the bloodstain.
I mean, if the bloodstain goes to the cave, that's two birds with one stone there.
Sure.
Sufficient.
And there was also the crime scene down in Crimson Hill.
Oh, yes. I was curious about that, too.
I also wanted to try and break into some databases if I could.
Sure. This town doesn't have a lot of security, but
Awesome.
roll for it.
Okay. What?
Intellect.
Intellect.
Can Bernie help with this?
I don't know. Can Bernie?
She's got researching.
Sure.
I was gonna say I have researching and the non-combat tasks.
How many levels of stress would you have now? Probably it would reset, right?
I believe so.
After a 10-hour recovery period.
I believe so.
Yeah, give me a roll. You have basically 3 assets.
Got a 13.
Okay. Yeah. The password is password.
All right. I was wanting to get a list of like deaths in the area. That I would think would maybe be connected to any of the stuff we're dealing with.
No deaths.
Ever?
No one in this town has ever died.
Ever died. Okay, supernatural event, alright.
No deaths in the past week or 2. No deaths in the past month.
Okay.
Several missing people
Okay, missing people.
in the area. If you cross-reference it with a map, in the area around Bootleg Cavern.
See, we just list them as missing because we're not quitters around here, all right?
I would probably just take those and put them into a spreadsheet somewhere.
Yeah. Like, I will say, if you look, there is in the last month or so, there are missing people basically in the area, the forest area between Bootleg Cavern and the Crimson Hill Ghost Town. More concentrated around Bootleg Cavern, but a lot of like last seen, or we know they were camping in this area.
I think Sybil would reluctantly take Bernie's help.
Sure.
I'm useful.
Not specifically because I don't want your help, but doing crimes is bad and could reflect poorly on the Institute if were to be found out, and therefore having more people involved means it is more likely to be found out. This is how you do crime.
Bernie is taking furious notes.
I will also say, just for the ease of access, I'm going to say that Stan passed out in his truck in the parking lot of the hotel, and I'm guessing probably went in and had the continental breakfast because they know him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, easily. Yeah.
So if Stan wants to be present for this, He could be.
Yeah, he is currently outside having his third cigarette of the morning, but he will be back in shortly.
Plate of hash browns and toast and a cigarette.
Oh, yeah, because they don't let him smoke inside the lobby anymore.
But after a lot of negotiating, they do let him take his plate outside.
Oh, yeah. Most of that negotiation was, listen, you got two options here, brother. I'm either smoking in here or I'm smoking out there, and either way, I've got my plate.
I'd like to imagine that Stan is out there like, this chef is smoking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the two of them, they've been friends since, like, grade school.
Hey, man, caught your show last night.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one, huh?
That sucked.
Well, yeah.
He's been saying that forever.
Oh, yeah.
But he never misses an episode.
Yeah. What's that?
But he never misses an episode.
Oh, yeah. You tuned in anyway, though, huh?
Nothing else on.
That's why we put it at 11 o'clock, brother.
Okay. So, Stan heads back inside. Missing persons have been identified.
We doing crimes up here?
I have no comment on the matter to a civilian outside of the working environment in which I am employed.
Fair enough. Yeah, see, this is why I do everything, on paper, because this is so easy to hack into.
Yep. Isn't that an observation that you made?
Theoretically, it would be easy to hack into. Can I smoke out your guys' window?
In the hotel?
What brand of cigarette does Stan smoke?
Oh, Marv Reds.
Okay. Was that a yes or
no?
I asked, in the hotel?
Yeah. Like right there. I'll just lean out a little bit, kind of.
I am not being charged for a fee for you smoking in our hotel room.
Fine. What are you getting here, anyhow?
Hopefully a pattern of events in the area to produce
Love
leads to follow.
Love a good pattern of
bootleg
events.
cavern seems to be a thing we need to investigate, though I am not going to enjoy caving.
Bootleg. Yeah, been a minute since I went to bootleg. Cool. All right, yeah. Let's hit it, huh? Burn daylight.
If you still wanted to, the newspaper office is also like on the town square. So you are right there.
Did also have some questions for Mr. Sommers of the newspaper, if we wanted to do that before we head out of town.
Summers. As Stan met, I can't remember, Jim Summers, I think was his first name.
Yeah. Jim is about 29 years old. He's been working for the newspaper since he was like 15, 16, something like that. He is functionally managing editor. He's, well, he's one of those people that I think even Stan would go, oh, you'll see.
All right, yeah, Summers. Yeah, we can chat with Summers.
That's a reaction. What's that reaction?
Nah, he's a lot, I like the guy, but like he's, just strap in. He's got some real wild opinions,
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, you guys head out. You guys are on the northwest side. The newspaper office is just on the east side. Little building. It's the Monument Peak Daily. You push open the door, and you're faced with there's a receptionist desk. There's nobody there. You see a bunch of tables. There's nobody there. Or like tables and desks. Nobody there. To the left, you do see kind of a window into both the manager's office and the editor's office. And you do see a man in the manager's office, just kind of head in his hands, kind of over like some papers and a laptop, muttering to himself, kind of just shaggy black hair. dressed all in black, cigarette in one hand.
Hey, Jim! Jim, I got some people here for you.
Oh, fuck. Tell them I schedule a meeting. I can't be bothered.
We gotta leave.
But he's doing this. I can't right now. But I've got so much to do. Come on. Okay, what can I do? Can I help you?
Jim, this is Sybil and Bernie. They're here from the... Did you catch my show last night?
No.
Of course not. Yeah, they're here from the Eidolon Institute. It's a big thing from upcountry. Following up on a couple of leads about a missing persons report.
Okay, yeah, no, that was yesterday's paper. I'm working on today's. Well, technically tomorrow's. Well,
That answers one of my questions. How far in advance do you write these articles?
Well, it really depends on how much lead time we have, and the answer is usually half as much as we need and a third as much as we'd want.
When did you write this article? And I put the paper down in front of him, the segment I have.
Reads it for a sec, looks at it, and goes, yeah, I'll give it to you. In terms of, I guess it's more of an audition than listen, yeah, no, your copy's good. If you're looking for a job, I'm always
This
looking
has
for...
your name on it.
Well, yeah, that has my name on it, but the one you doctored, this man with the charcoal gray coat, yeah, that's
What do you mean doctored?
that's not the...
Show me the original then.
Okay. He pulls out, basically turns around the laptop, types for a second, and you see just it was a dark and stormy night. Filmmaker wins award for work in Iron County, written by Steph Adams.
Interesting. This is from the same day?
Yesterday? Yeah.
Is there a name on the... or no? Okay, there's not on the charcoal gray soup one.
Yeah, no, I figured that was you trying to be mysterious and shit.
Someone is trying to be mysterious. It's not me, though.
Okay, where did you get this then?
It showed up on my desk however many days ago.
5, 6.
It showed up on my desk 5-6 days ago, which is why I came to talk to you, because this article has your name on it.
Yeah, no, it does.
It came out
They work all the way up in Ogden, big city business.
Oh,
we work in Ogden.
wow, you drove so far for...
This showed up 5 or 6 days ago. The article didn't get published until yesterday. When did you write it, and why would you send it to me, were my questions.
I didn't. Who? I don't fucking know you. So
I don't know you, which is why I came to
Well,
ask
nice to meet you.
questions. No.
Jim Summers.
Sybil Rooker.
Pleasure.
Sure.
Holds a hand out to Bernie. Okay. Stan.
Jim? Isn't both equally smoking?
You're not allowed to smoke in here.
Neither are you, then.
I thought we changed that rule. Damn it.
He's smoking. You can smoke. He's smoking.
No, he can't.
It's his place. I'm a rule follower by nature.
The man himself is breaking the rule that he has set.
Yeah,
It's just a rule for me. I lit a pile of newspapers on fire a couple of years ago. It's had it out for me ever since.
Well, technically we had it out for him before that, but we were looking for an excuse and he gave it to us.
They just can't handle a little competition. Show that tells people the real truth.
So, just to be clear, you did not send this to me or the Eidolon Institute.
No.
How far in advance did you write this article?
I mean, the story only broke
yesterday.
Yeah, I got news like the day before. It was a bit of a rush job. I'm surprised we got all the typos out of it, though.
Yeah, about that. You're not very good about those, are you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up the article about, that I found. Just complete sidebar from what I am researching. You're very bad about typos, spelling. You've been misnaming this location for however many years now. 10 years. A local area you have been misnaming for 10 years. I have personal umbrage with this.
Give me an intellect roll.
Is this a defense thing or just a roll?
Just a roll.
Okay,
Basically,
cool.
It's insight.
Okay, cool. A 17.
You notice the cigarette handshake. Where'd you find that?
Why?
I was just, hadn't seen that story in a minute.
What are you scared of?
Well, at this point, locals of Crimson Hill coming and getting pissy with me.
I never said I was a local.
Why else would you fucking care?
Information is important.
Can I use a PC intrusion?
Shit, yeah.
All right, I would like to burn a PC intrusion on friendly NPC. An NPC you don't know, or someone you don't know that well, or someone who hasn't been particularly friendly in the past chooses to help you, though they don't necessarily explain why. Maybe they'll ask you for a favor in return, depending on how much trouble they go to.
You're using it on...
Yeah.
On Jim?
I think he counts as someone who hasn't been particularly friendly in the past.
He gets up and walks out.
Can I use careful observation while he's not here?
Yeah, sure. He walks out and starts kind of going over some of the desks and kind of muttering to himself, cigarette hanging out. And you just hear, shit. And he kind of gestures over his shoulder.
That usually means you want to follow him.
Go up.
He sets out 2 newspapers.
Okay.
Identical.
Okay.
Printed these yesterday.
Uh-huh.
One of them is the original. One of them is the one you had.
Okay. Is there more to the charcoal gray suit one?
No? Like...
It was just like a little blurb.
Well, it's like... It's superimposing... So part of the original article is still there.
Oh.
It's like bleeding over top of it.
Oh.
And Jim starts going through one after the other, and they're all starting to bleed over, but at different rates. So some of them are just like, you know, it was a dark and stormy night, filmmaker wins award for Iron County. Some of them say, you know, the man in the charcoal gray suit, and have the whole, the same amount that was on the clipping you had. Some of them are just like the man. Some of them, the text is kind of bleeding through and just overlapping. It's happening very organically. Bernie.
So the texts are turning into the ones that we have, which is not the one that he wrote.
Yeah. Well, technically, Steph wrote.
But, yeah.
And that's the only article that's changing, or are there multiple articles changing?
It's
and
just
the
that
ones
one.
about the murders are identical. Only that article is changing. I'm getting a picture of the original article before find the most whole one I can and get a record of it.
Okay.
Before it changes.
There is the one just on his computer, does not seem to be changing.
Great.
Like
Great, I'm gonna copy that down.
Yeah, the original laptop one isn't changing.
Oh, I know I talked to you about my movie tickets.
Yep.
Did they change, like, this morning?
They would have been changing over the course of this week.
Okay.
If anyone wants to give me an insight check on Sybil.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. I mean, Sybil, I guess you can roll and see if you do not beat a 4 or 5 with your associated skills.
16.
Okay.
So.
They have, if you feel, a bit of your poker face slip, but you catch it at the last second. But yes, this looks functionally identical to how the text on the movie tickets started to come back. Jim looks at you. And Sybil. Give me an intellect defense roll.
Shit. So that's a what, -3?
Yeah.
Bad.
Jim looks at you and kind of drills into your eyes. Those eyes he's got very dark eyes. They are functioning like there is a cunning intellect in his eyes that the dark bags under them would not hint at. And he holds up the one of the most changed newspapers and just says, "What do you see when you look at this?" And on a failed intellect defense roll, he is talking about what's your ability that lets you ping supernatural?
Sensitive. For the next 10 minutes, your tasks to perceive abnormal presences or influences are eased, including those that are usually imperceptible to regular people or animals.
I will say GM intrusion. Take an XP, give an XP to somebody else.
Bernie.
Your sensitive ability triggers. Like, it is compelled to trigger. And you see... What does it look like for Sybil to perceive that this newspaper is supernatural? And also all of the other ones that are transforming.
I feel like it's probably a little bit of a double exposure kind of thing, where like the supernatural vibe is kind of like a shifted, a little bit glowing around the edges.
So kind of like how old 3D glasses worked?
Yeah.
Where like when it triggers, it like separates the two so that you can actually see. So yeah, he kind of sees that. Okay. Locals
So,
of
like,
Crimson Hill, huh?
So all of the newspapers, just like specifically that text? Or
Just that text.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool.
So why was it you were so concerned about the spelling of Crimson Hill? Also, full disclosure, I fucking burned that article from the face of the earth because it's bad.
That was probably a good move, but you missed one.
I could ask you I could ask you how you got it. And when he says that, there's an implicit threat. You know he could.
Like, force me to answer him?
There's no there's an implicit threat. He's not like giving you an ultimatum.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like, not quite as dramatic, but the image coming to mind is it's kind of like putting a gun on the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's there.
You could.
It's the old hip pack, is what it is.
Yeah. Follow me. And he leads you into the back storage room and begins kind of rummaging.
Follow this man who's just threatened me.
Yep. Turns around. And he's like rummaging through, and he finds something. He holds it up, and it's a little figurine of a woman. And he hands it to you. Do you take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's a figurine of a woman carved, again, from wood. And somehow it is kind of hollow. Like the woman has a face, and there's some hair coming down, but the vast majority of the interior of this wooden figurine is hollow. And as you touch it, roll me 3D100.
D100.
Bernie, you also had cast an ability.
Yeah, I want to use careful observation.
What are you looking for?
So it lets me take note of an inanimate object within an immediate distance that's related to your investigation. If there's no such detail in the area, you can learn that too. And the number of details.
What object are you looking at?
I wanted to look at his desk when he walked away to see if there was anything there that indicates he knows more of what's going on or has some additional information. The things it suggests are things like a particular coat of mud on some boots, a loose thread in a coat on a hook, disturbance of dust on a bookshelf, some other little detail like that. And it is a roll to get any information, so I might not even succeed if you're thinking hard.
Yeah, give me an intellect roll.
Okay, I rolled a 15. So you learn one detail if you succeed at difficulty 4, a second detail if you succeed at difficulty 5, which I think is what a 15 is.
Yes. 2 details.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the knowledge that there are no details here to be found.
There are. You see, kind of scattered amidst stories about the festival, other going on, the missing bodies, the dead bodies, you see occult symbols. Nothing like it's all research, right? You see research and notes on what is it, the evil eye. You see some alchemical symbols, Hungarian runes, and I think some demonic symbols of various, like, from actual demonology historically. And you see a scrap of paper. You don't know what it means, but it catches your eye. And it's just 4 words. Choir of the Word.
What's the capitalization of those letters?
It's the SpongeBob meme where he's being a little shit and every other letter is alternating capital. The choir of the word. No, it's I mean, he's a journalist. Spelling is awful. Not spelling. The handwriting is awful. It's impossible to tell.
Okay.
My handwriting.
So, what did you roll?
I got 30, 77, and a 62.
Okay. Sybil. You feel... All right. Jesus. Okay. Sybil, you get gut feeling. You get stare into the vast. And you get panopticon. Stan, your intrusion means they could ask for a favor?
Yeah, here, I can read the wording here real quick. Someone you know who hasn't been particularly friendly in the past chooses to help you, though doesn't necessarily explain why. Maybe they'll ask you for a favor in return afterward, depending on how much trouble they go to.
Okay. Again, he kind of looks, Jim, again, in the back room with Sybil. If you have, well, you seem fairly curious about Crimson Hill. been fucking that up since I was 15. Every time. Every goddamn time. The police cleared out the area, but I suspect, I haven't been up there, but I suspect, and he kind of gives you a once-over, not in like a Braden Dayton sexual way, literally gives you a once-over, goes, I figure if I told you it was dangerous, it wouldn't stop you from going.
No.
Okay. Just so we're on the same page. If you go, and again, I haven't been there because I value my life, but I suspect that ability of yours might come in handy finding things that the local constabulary missed. And if you did find something, and you lived long enough to come back and tell me, I might be much obliged. Also, I need that statue back.
There you go.
Puts her back on a shelf. This is like the dramatic point where like we cut to the next scene, like you're just staring at me in like contemplative silence.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the front room, Stan turns to Bernie. So you think they're making out back there, or what's the deal?
They sound like they're having fun. You could go join them.
Give me a slinky.
Do you think they have any like pins with the newspaper name on it? I collect them, but only if I can get them without people noticing.
If they're...
Give me a speed roll?
9.
He comes out right as you go for it and slaps your hand. Don't touch that. But then he picks it up and hands it to you.
This one you can have.
This one.
That's my
that
special
one's
then.
okay.
And he goes back to sit down at his desk, rearrange some papers, lights another cigarette. Well, anyways,
All right,
get out. I have a deadline.
Cool. So do we. Let's go. I've got some thoughts to share.
How the fuck do you spell that word? God damn it.
I do like just full NPC mode, just sits down. Howdy, adventurers. Where come you from?
Hello, adventurers. Welcome to the town of Honeywood.
I love those shows.
Okay. You guys step out.
All right, I think I'm putting pieces together. Anybody got some?
I would love to hear what you have.
Question.
Nice. What do you got?
Where are you guys heading?
We had last talked about going to the cavern.
Do you want to have this conversation on the way?
Did we get lunch first?
I think, yeah, that'll be first question. As Stan... Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say, as Stan gets behind the wheel, he's going to say, all right, let's go. Where are we going?
If we're going to the cave, we're going to need some flashlights, bottles of water.
Got a carbine lantern in the back. No water, but I think we won't be there very long.
Why do you think we won't be there very long?
I'll either come back or we'll all die, you know? It's really two options.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I don't want to be caught out there after nightfall.
Well, also, there's something interesting about it. There's a sandstone in the... Or is it limestone? It's one of those. I think it's limestone. Either way, there's actually a natural filtration that happens to the water in the cave. So actually, the water in the cave is safe to drink.
Like a blood trail to the cave. I'm not going to drink the cave water.
A little blood's good for a grown boy. All right, fine. We'll hit the Maverick on the way out of town, pick up some bottled water.
Well, according to your friend in there? Question mark?
Yeah. Asterisk.
Heading to Crimson Hill may also be an option on the table for getting information that may or may not also be dangerous.
Yeah, Crimson Hill. Yeah, Crimson Hill's a tough one. I mean, it's doable, but... Because Crimson Hill's where Rob disappeared, right?
Yeah. That's where Stan's parents went. Rob and Opal.
Which I have written down somewhere.
Yeah. You would have found that in your research.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do Crimson Hill. Crimson Hill's going to be... that's one we ought to worry a little more about.
If we're following the blood trail, though, I feel like sooner rather than later.
That's fair.
Tell you what, we flip for it. Stan's gonna dig out a coin from the center console. When in doubt, we let the universe decide.
What's which?
Sybil, you want to call for Crimson?
Heads.
Stan.
All right.
Stan. Take an XP.
Yeah. All right.
Give an XP to somebody else.
Sybil, take the other one. Here, the other half of this coin flip.
Crimson Hill was heads.
Yeah.
Crimson Hill was heads.
Tails.
All right, tails it is. Thank God for that. He's going to throw her in gear. And away we go. I will make a stop at a gas station or something for a couple gallons of water.
The guy behind the counter at it's like the town gas station. He is gaunt, just kind of 1,000-yard stare, haggard, kind of wispy gray hair, wearing kind of like a blue work like jumpsuit. Just kind of Stan.
What's his name?
You don't remember?
Oh, hey, Jared, no. Jared, no. Jim, no. James.
He gives you your total. Just kind of ushers you out of the store.
One of these days, they're going to get that fucker a name tag. All right. Bootlegger's Cavern. Here we go.
Okay. So you guys drive out, and it's you take the road west out of town. You have never been on the south side of town. You see some of the development that Braden Dayton was talking about on the southeast side as you kind of go by. Is like half of this town was like half constructed and then functionally abandoned. It's just kind of sitting there. It's got a very like parts of Pahrump, Nevada, parts of the Salton Sea kind of vibe, where it's like, oh, the roads are here, but the buildings and the people aren't. But then you pass by the graveyard on your way out of town. It's fairly sizable. And up into the mountains toward Bootleg Cavern. This once was like a tourist spot, so you do go up. There's a parking area. It's a little run down, and the cavern entrance is kind of sheared into the rock, and a metal gate has been put up at the entrance.
All right. So as we park, Sam's going to start unloading a bunch of shit. He's got his hatchet. He's got his travel pack. He's got the water. Got a couple lanterns. He's going to remove his shotgun, then hand it. How do you two know how to use one of these?
Bernie.
Yeah.
It's all yours. All yours. Jam's on the second round, but there's none in the chamber. He's going to hand that over. Yeah, and his 2 journals. And all right. We climbing or breaking it?
I can
Is the gate locked or unlocked?
It is currently locked.
Want me to give that a go?
Sure.
I am trained in lockpicking.
The more you know.
What kind of skill is lockpicking? Is that speed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use a level of effort here. I rolled a 13, and then plus trained plus effort. So okay. 19.
Functionally 19. Yeah, you look at this. It's rusted. It's kind of a shitty lock. You've got your lock pick. You've got tension. Everybody else is kind of just listening. Click out of 1. Click out of 2. 3. 4. 5. Back to the beginning. And we are open.
This is the lock-picking intern.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would you have your intern do? They're for the illegal shit, so the real important people don't get in trouble when you get caught.
Hell yeah, Bernie. All right. Cool beans. I thought that was going to be a real pain in the ass.
So the metal gates grinds open. Just this awful metal on concrete shriek as you push away a whole layer of dead leaves. And not to be too dramatic, but a gaping maw delves into the earth before you.
Is there a blood trail? We saw it in town in this direction, but we kind of assumed, based off the article, that it would go here.
Give me an intellect roll.
Oh man, it's a 3. These are new dice and they're betraying me horribly, even though they're very pretty.
They know who's using them.
They do.
On a 3, Bernie does not see. Well, Bernie does not see.
Bernie's a Nazi.
Yeah.
No! Very wrong. Opposite.
Yeah, you don't immediately notice anything in the area.
Can I ping my sensitive?
Sure. Give me an intellect roll. So with sensitive, that eases the roll.
Yeah.
You're skilled in all non-combat tasks. And you're good on what, research and...
Research, identifying, history, occultism, forensics.
Okay. So I'll say that automatically gives you 3.
Okay.
And you can use effort if you'd like.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But we'll see how much the dice will appreciate that. Nat 20.
It's not outside the cave. Sybil, you catch something. And you step into the dark. And it's that interesting thing, right? Because the light vanishes very quickly as you step into this first passage. And you kind of almost compelled to walk forward until you enter. It's a bit of a wider room, and you look up, and kind of your eyes glide, and you see, pinging with supernatural energy, a noose. You don't know what, but this noose presumably is the one from Jim Summers' story, but is also some kind of artifact.
Oh.
Stan's gonna just mutter, quick glory be in Latin. Gloria Patri et Filio Sancti. Et Filio et Spiritio Sancti.
And Bernie, what was it you rolled? Like a 3?
Yeah. Bernie found a shiny rock on the floor.
That's a pretty cool rock.
Pretty cool rock.
She is
Pretty cool
pocketing
rock.
the rock, and it is all of her attention.
Okay, guys.
Well, looks clean. Let's go in.
Hold up.
Bernie starts walking right past the noose.
Yep. Just gonna hold you back real quick here, real quick. Sybil?
Uh-huh.
We're seeing this, yeah?
Are you also able to see that the noose is spooky, or are you just noticing the noose?
I'm just seeing. I don't need to have any sort of spiritual sense to know that a noose hanging in a cave is spooky. That's just one that came to me naturally, just seeing it. Wondering what you can pull off of that. Stan just sort of like peering into the dark, looking around any corner he can for like movement or anything.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing. Certainly a noose. Probably the one from the whole myth thing about the spooky man with no skin.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Skin Tom, you down here?
Your voice echoes back.
All right. Whoever's out here, just know we're here to talk, all right? No big deal. Just wanna figure out what you're aiming for is all. And he's gonna sort of sidle past the noose, see if he can see a little deeper into the cave.
Why is the noose hanging? Is it, like, how tall is the ceiling here, and how long does the noose hang?
It looks like it's kind of just hanging limp. It's not tied off to anything. Basically, if this noose was used to hang somebody, it wasn't a classic, the drop and then your neck breaks. This was a group of people pulling the rope up and lifting somebody off the ground until they stopped moving. And then it's just kind of left there.
Nomine Patriot Filio Sancti.
On a nat 20. This thing does have power. Mm-hmm. It is an artifact. Sybil is pretty sure she could use it.
Turn to Stan. How attached to the lore of this cave are you?
How attached to the what now?
The lore of this cave.
Attached to it? I mean, I know some of it.
Do you give a shit about this news? Still being.
You're gonna touch it. You're gonna touch it, ain't you?
I've got to take it.
I mean, your funeral. Hey, Bernie, you want to load around to that shotgun back there?
Sure.
All right. Do you take the noose?
Yeah.
All right. A frayed length of ancient rope, blackened with age and slick with unseen power. The fibers, though weakened by time, pulse with a whisper of old magics.
I got a spooky.
All right, I see the eyes. Your eyes start to roll back in your head. We're leaving you here. I'm just telling you that right now. He's gonna pull out his hatchet.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, onward and downward. Should have brought some red thread or something. These caves get tricky.
Sure.
Oh, we're not very far in. I can just run back and grab something from the truck.
I don't know if I have any yarn in the truck. I haven't knit in ages.
Not since Hyacinth took over the local women's chapter for knitting and crochet.
No, it used to be just the local chapter, and then she kicked me out. What the hell? It was just I was the only guy there. She did that on purpose.
Can't stand sexism.
So you guys...
Damn mystery, I tell you.
You guys have this conversation as you descend deeper into the cave. This was at one point a tourist attraction, like I said, so the path is kind of smoothed out. And you do see what remains of like an electrical system for lights that have long since blown out. And it gets dark fast.
At some point I will start up my carbide lantern.
you've got your lantern. You guys have flashlights on your cell phones, but they don't do much in the face of like this utter blackness as you can carry on.
Keep forgetting that I'm not like actually really magic.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have like light or something.
Or dark vision.
Yeah.
Sybil breaks out her spell book.
Uh-huh.
Just merging every system into one.
I'm just a person. Oh God.
Yeah, so you can
Sam's got some magic. Oh, sorry.
You can see at most about 50 feet, maybe, but that's depending on if the passage is a straight shot. So you keep kind of coming up to turns in the passage, and kind of checking around and carrying on until you get to the next curve. Check and carrying on, winding deeper into the mountains. And then you come to a room, a cavern that opens up around you. And you see stalactites and stalagmites, and you see columns. And in the distance, you hear this echoing, hollow drip, drip, drip. But before you, with a very dim light, old worker's light, right? You see two things. And Stan, you know this. You see an old elevator and a stairwell. The elevator was originally here back during like early mining days, because the mines did kind of coincide with the caves, and then was used during the tourist era of the cave. But there is also a staircase, and a number comes unbidden to Stan's mind. But actually, I'll say there are little plaques. Sybil probably catches note of it first. This elevator descends into the cave proper. 750 feet straight down.
Y'all like depths?
Sybil may not have a problem with like caves and stuff, but Cassie do, and that's bad.
Gloria Patri et Filio Spiritu Sancto.
How far down
All right,
are we
folks.
going?
Not up for buck up time. Let's go.
Wait, can I use careful observation again here and see if it looks like the stairs or the elevator have been used recently?
Yeah, give me a roll.
Okay.
Intellect.
19.
Nice.
Okay.
Which I think is 3 details?
3 details. It has not been used recently. Either the elevator or the stairs. Looking at one of those placards, you actually see that kind of a map of the cave system, this crisscrossing nightmare of interconnecting tunnels and passages, very maze-like. But what you see is this is not the like original natural entrance. There's a different entrance, and it's one that you just walk into. So when this cave became commercial, people shifted to using the mine entrance because it was closer to town. But there is an entrance that you can just walk to, closer on the other side near the lake. So functionally, you're coming in the back door. And you see no evidence that anybody else has been here in some time.
The entrance by the lake, could the blood trail have been pointed in that direction instead of towards the entrance we came in?
Impossible to say. Basically, you are right now at the midpoint between town and the lake.
Does it? You said all the lights are blown out. Does it still seem like there's power in there?
There is a little light still glowing on the elevator.
Skilled in equipment operation.
Bernie is skilled in equipment operation. Do you step into the elevator? $750 feet of stairs is a lot of stairs.
And if Bernie and Stan are going to take the elevator, Sybil does not want to be on her own in a cave with a known supernatural entity.
Nah, supernatural entities won't let the elevator kill us. They're gonna save us from themselves. Come on.
He's at point. I can do a quick safety check of the elevator to make sure it's in good condition.
Okay.
Go and examine the full thing, check out the machinery.
Give me an intellect roll.
I'm
definitely using a level of effort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Level of effort, asset.
18 on the roll. Plus, I feel like equipment operation would hopefully help here.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that was the asset.
So, Bernie, I'm not going to lie to you. It's probably good that the cave is no longer in commercial use because this is the original mining elevator from over a century ago.
Full.
It doesn't look like it's been updated. It should work. Good old-fashioned American engineering. Should work.
While Bernie is doing her inspection there, Stan is just going to mutter under his breath, all right, folks, whoever you are down here, all right, you're not going to meet 3 more reasonable people than us in the next coming days. All right, you keep us around, we'll talk to you. Them's the rules. You kill us now, all right, the ones that come after us, they're going to be a whole lot harder on you.
So you guys climb in?
Yeah.
The elevator creaks to life and begins to descend into the dark. And it makes a similar grinding raw grinding noise as the metal of the elevator drops you lower and lower into the earth. And you watch, because it's just a metal elevator with, not chain link, but you know what I mean. So you can watch as the rocks are going by and going by, and it is not. It's not a slow elevator, but it's not a fast elevator. You're there for better part of the whole trip. Knowing it's 750 feet will probably take at least a minute. As you continue down, there are sparks that come off of the corner where the elevator's set into the tracks. Everybody give me an intellect roll for perception. Okay?
11.
3, 11, and what was Bernie?
Guys, we're so good at this.
Super, super observant right now.
You see what can only be described as skittering across the outer cage of your elevator, discarded hides of butchered animals.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Meat is meat. And you continue to descend. You slowly start to, the skittering, you can kind of hear them. You don't catch sight of these things in the shadows as they are kind of skittering around the outer cage. Sybil, do you know what a thermocline is?
I did at one point.
A thermocline is where water, there's a sharp divide between water of different temperatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You cross one of supernatural energy.
Awesome.
And then the elevator comes to a stop. You have arrived at the depths of Bootleg Cavern. Do you step out?
Lock and load, ladies. I think this is our floor. Just gonna throw the door open.
Grinding metal as it clatters open into place. You step out into the cavern. You see no sign of the skittering, fleshy creatures. But you do see something worse. The passage ahead is blocked by a sheet. Of stitched together skin, like a drumhead, blocking your way. And you can tell what kind of skin it is because it's covered in tattoos. And at the table beside you, you see a series of rusty knives and cutting implements. That's where we'll end.
And here I thought Ed Gaines was born in Missouri. Hey.
Well, Skin Tom is from Tennessee.
These commuting monsters, man. They drive me nuts every time. Fucking out-of-state carpetbagging monsters, you know?
So, you guys did it. You entered the cave. You met the journalist. You got called honeys.
An enemy.
A true supernatural horror here.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they would like to plug? Where they can be found, if they'd like to be found, unless you are a cryptid pretending to be a TTRPG player. Cassie.
I do still have my TikTok and my Etsy, Cassie's Corner Studio. I haven't posted a whole lot lately, but I hope to post stuff soon. I make things.
Okay. Chapman.
Got nothing. Someday I'll have some. Today I got nothing.
And...
Oh, wait, I do have something, actually. I'm sorry. Not for me. My little brother just made his first album. It's a couple weeks ago. Look him up, Jameson White. He's on Spotify. Check it out. It's the only album there.
Okay. And sorry, I was about to call you Bernie. You're not Bernie, you're Jenny. Anything you'd like to plug, Jenny?
Nah.
Just,
I'm a cryptid who only emerges for TTRPGs.
If anybody's hiring for rogue feral scientists.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I will see you in 1 week's time, and you will... Actually, I'm going to make one declaration. Bernie and Sybil, how much stress do you think the wall of skin...
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Like in that.
No, weirdly enough, none. You know, at this point, it's just full numbness. It's just, yeah, that's a wall of flesh. Sure. Why the fuck not?
It's probably a level of stress.
Probably a level of stress. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah.
Okay.
We went into this knowing something spooky would happen, but that's a lot.
But it's still
That's
not
a lot?
fun.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of tattoos. That's a lot of
Tattoos.
tattoos.
Yeah.
All right, gang. You are free to go.
Bye.
Jim Summers stared at the transforming newspaper story as if he could crack the case just by scowling hard enough. It wasn't the craziest thing he'd ever tried, and it wasn't the craziest thing that had ever worked. He lit another cigarette to drown out the smell that permeated the Monument Peak daily office. Haints, spirits, and other revenants? Those he recognized. The monstrous beings that feed on humanity's dread? He was learning those too. This was something else. Something new. Tertium non datur. Where to start? The Eidolon Institute or the man in the charcoal gray suit? He took a long drag. The Rooker woman would have to wait. Turned out she refused to wait for long. A quick search for the mystery film's title brought up a press release from a source he didn't recognize. But what he did recognize was the lead actress, a relative unknown named Bridget Highland. But her face, her smiling, youthful face, was a dead ringer for one Sybil B. Rooker.